Hey guys, so Ottocast sent me their new latest and greatest AI interface box. This is the P3 Pro. This box has an upgraded user interface with it that has a vertical layout instead of horizontal. A lot of us have wider screens now, and this definitely is a nice help. In addition to that, it's running Android 13, I believe, and it has the new latest and greatest AI Auto Drive 3.0 from Ottocast. One of the hiccups that all of these have to some degree though is the latency, not only with voice and Bluetooth, but also the operating itself. So this not only has upgraded RAM, but also a ROM. This has 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigabyte ROM drive already built into it. So I'm hoping that that's gonna eliminate or greatly reduce any of the hiccups that a lot of these dongles have had in the past. So let's take a look at what's in the box. And then after that, we can go through the installation process. And it really is as simple as plugging it in and connecting it via Bluetooth to your phone, and then you're done. Everything else is automatic. We can set up our home screen with it and try a couple features on here to see what it actually can do. So without further ado, let's get the box open. So this is the new P3 Pro from Ottocast, and like I had said, this is the latest and greatest technology. So the cool thing about this is it really is pretty small. It fits in the palm of your hand. In addition to that, we have an HDMI out. It does not come with one. We have the USB-C for the input here, and then at this point, we could install not only a micro SD card, but an additional SIM if you'd like to have wireless internet directly to this versus hotspotting it from either your phone, your vehicle, or some other internet source. Taking a look at the bottom, you can switch right here from CarPlay to Android Auto. It's a manual switch right there. We do have a very small reset button right here if need be. The primary cord is actually USB-A, which was a little surprising. It does have an adapter to USB-C. Because of how this sits in the MDX, I have my own USB-C to USB-C, which works perfect, no issues there. It does also come with an additional pass-through, just in case we need to have additional power from your USB-A port to this. So we'll install this on the MDX. Full disclosure, I have been using it for a few weeks and I'm really pleased with it. But we'll go through, take a look at the features. We have a quick start guide right here, super simple and straightforward. The user manual if we need it, and that's it. So this is the interface. As you can see, the new UI has all these shortcuts down below. We have all of the menu items here, followed by a back button. We could split screen if we wanted to. Like let's say we wanted to watch Disney Plus, and also, what else do we have in here? Maybe look at our maps. Show you how this looks. We have 1. We'll do this one. 2. So as you can see, we have a very fluid flowing video over here, and we also have the maps over here. So you can use the native back button on your head unit. Something else that this has built into it is a nice shortcut where if you swipe from the side over here, you can get to a quick access menu, and this gets you back to your home screen. Now I had set this up with these widgets right here. If we scroll to the side, we can add additional widgets. They're relatively simple and straightforward. We have navigation, your speed, a user guide, and weather. To me, these were the most useful options. We have their native built-in maps, which will take us directly to Google Maps when we open it. This is still the split screen because that's what I had it on. And then this is their AI. Let's see if we can get it to tell us the weather. What's the weather like tomorrow?
Portland, Oregon weather tomorrow is not specified in the sources. Please check a local forecast for accurate details.
Not the most intuitive there. So switching over, one of the really fun things with this though, like a lot of these AI boxes though, is you can download different applications from the Google Play Store. So in this case, I've downloaded a local news station here. We can see what this looks like. So this is typically for a phone or tablet. And we can see all the different options on here. Let's take a look at this here and see what loads. Loads the browser just like on a computer. Let's see if we can play video. Sounds great. You can add shortcuts down here. I have a variety of shortcuts from YouTube to the settings to Apple CarPlay to the DirecTV app. We go ahead and open up YouTube and show you how fast it actually operates. Load some foresty forest, and just like that, you're playing. So one of the things that I've really been testing this is its video capabilities and switching from app to app. In doing that, a lot of times you'll have hiccups loading the other apps. They won't load correctly. You'll run into errors, playback issues. So clicking on this just changes the app. You can cancel that. This is our full screen. If we go to guide, and you can see just simply how fast it works. And also, not only how fast it works, but the UI is smart. So like I can actually scroll through these things. It's not like something gets cut off and it's no longer usable. You have your typical menu items on any Android device, which I don't have any Android devices outside of these dongles, but they're relatively straightforward. You're able to get in, look at all the settings. One of the other really awesome features about this is when there's an update, it's literally just the click of a button and it'll do an update for you right then and there. Okay, review time. So this little guy is the best wireless CarPlay AI box that I have ever used. And companies send me these things really often to check out, to use on different platforms. You've seen it used on the latest and greatest technology from Acura and the MDX Type S. You've seen it on the Acura NSX, and now review time. Like I said in the video, this thing has transitioned from app to app flawlessly. It loads in about 10 to 15 seconds. As long as there's an internet source to it, it connects to the applications very fast. As far as the wireless CarPlay goes, it's automatic. There's no hiccups there. Thankfully, most companies have that pretty dialed in at this point, so that's not the biggest selling feature of something like this. This cools really well. It doesn't overheat. I've had no hiccups with it. So we're gonna actually keep this guy. So we're gonna take off the plastic covering on it because this one's staying here. Is it worth the price? If you're looking for something that has applications that you can customize, you can download, and it just works, you set it and forget it, the answer really is yes. Yes, it has a pretty steep retail price of about 250 bucks right now. There are numerous discount codes out there, and full transparency, I do have one I'm going to put in the description down below where you can get 10% off of your purchase with it, and a small kickback does come back to me eventually to kind of help continue making videos like this for you guys. This allows you to use multiple phones with it. It just connects to the most recent one that was connected to it. Basically, this will work on almost any head unit that has wired CarPlay that's model year 2016 and newer for the most part. You don't need a SIM card to have this work as long as you have a reliable source for internet via Wi-Fi or hotspot. It does work with both iPhone and Android. The AI voices is still needs a little work, but if that's not a big deal to you and you're using your native AI on your phone, either Google or Siri on Apple, it's not a point of concern with using this box at all. I love it. I would recommend it to friends and family, and if you want to pick one up, go ahead and use the link down below with the discount code. If you have any questions on this unit, go ahead and leave them down below. Thanks for watching.